What's up, everybody? Welcome back for another video. My name is Steven Vanderhook, doing more finance videos. Today, got an interesting topic that I want to talk about. It's one that really frustrates me. I'm not going to try to get on my soapbox and go all ranty, but I do want to lay out some facts about a big scam that I see all the time, and I want to make sure people are aware that it really is a scam, a classic get-rich-quick scheme, so I want to address that today. If you're liking these videos, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. Really appreciate the support. For all you new subscribers out there, thank you for watching, joining, and tuning in. We'll keep the videos rolling. I watch a lot of finance videos on YouTube, and there's some pros and cons to this. The pros, obviously, I get to learn a lot, I get some really good information, there's a lot of really smart people out there, and I really enjoy their videos and learning more. The bad news is, naturally, YouTube is always showing me ads for classic scams or day traders, people who say they can make so much money through affiliate marketing or day trading, and it just drives me nuts because it's just lies, it's not true. And people are falling prey and victim to these scam artists all the time. So just today, I saw several different ads for the same person. I don't even know his name. I don't click on him. I just wait 5 seconds so I can skip that ad. But I wait and I hear those videos and he's always showing his money. He's always flashing stacks of cash. And you see him all the time to say, hey, I made this much money in the morning. Before you even woke up and ate breakfast, I made $10,000. You can do it too. We all know what ads I'm talking about. We've all seen them. You see the bros out there who are flashing their cash, they're driving fancy cars, they're showing their big mansions so they can show off and really create that emotional feeling, and that they prey on emotions in order to get you excited and say, yeah, I want free money too. I want to get rich right now. I want to be in my 20s and good looking and be in shape and make all this money and have all this sweet stuff. And they really prey on emotions. That's why those videos are so dramatic, and that's why they always are showing stacks of cash or ridiculous things. No one lives like that. No one does that. Half the stuff is rented. The cash is fake. It's not real US currency. The house is rented. The car is rented for the video. These are just scam artists who are trying to say how much money they make, and a lot of them are just lying. They don't even make that money, right? Again, these are all rented things. Maybe some of them have had success in day trading, but that's not what's going to happen. That's not what they're actually going to do. What they're going to do is make their money by telling you how you can make money. The reality is, for day traders, 80% of them lose money on a consistent basis, and the median amount they lose is 36%. That's terrible. Day trading is not investing. Day trading is just a bunch of people who are in the markets making a whole bunch of noise, making a lot of transactions, making money consistently for those who are making commissions on every single one of those trades, but they themselves are not consistently making money. It's just not reality. So many of them are just losing money every single day. Yeah, they make money occasionally and they see some spikes, but it's just the same as going to the slot machines. Yeah, you see some spikes, but overall, you lose money in the long term. That's really what day trading is for most people. There are a few big time players out there who do make a lot of money, but it's pretty rare, and they do it by preying on the little guy. Because day trading is not investing. It's all about just jumping in, making a bunch of noise, and saying, hey, I'm going to buy 10,000 stocks at $10, right? I'll spend 100 grand real quick, and then I'll sell them at $2 or $12 and make a quick $2. 2 times 10,000, right? Is that what we said? 10,000? Do we buy 10,000 of these? Yeah, in our example. And boom, I just made $20,000 just like that. And that's how we make our money. We got that 20% return. Very few people are actually going to do that well and on a consistent basis. It's not a game you want to play. Those who do it have so many resources at hand in order to do it. They're not just sitting at home with a basic laptop and a couple of monitors saying, hey, this is how I can do it from my basement. I went from $0 to a millionaire, and you can do it too, all for just $150 a month. Join my program, to join my club. That's what they're doing. They're just selling you some links to basic chat rooms, videos, things like that they make. They're really selling subscriptions. They're not day traders. They don't make money day trading. They're subscribers, or they're marketers. They're just selling noise. They're selling news. They're selling entertainment, realistically, and they're selling lies. Again, they're really trying to prey on the emotions. They're going after people who are desperate for money. The people who are clicking on these ads are not the people who have a lot of money, who have a good job, who are making good investments. These are people who really are desperate for money. They're in hard times, and they'll do anything to make money. They see that and they say, I want so badly to be out of debt. I just want to have a sweet car. I'll do anything. I want to make quick money. But there's no such thing as a free lunch. That has never changed. It is always true. There are millions and millions of dollars spent every year by huge finance companies to try to beat the market, to try to get 12% return on their money over the course of the year. You think people can just wake up and make an instant 20% before breakfast? That's just not how it works. That's not reality. Now, let's say that someone does actually do this. Let's say that someone really can every day wake up with hundreds of thousands of dollars in their account, do a bunch of day trading, do the analysis, beat the market, beat the herd mentality, have no emotions at all attached to this, and make money on a consistent basis. If that's true, for those people who are out there who are like that, why would they then waste all of their time and energy and effort putting ads on YouTube to tell you how to do it? Seriously, think about that for a second. Why would they do that? It's not out of the genuine charity and purity of heart for these people, especially the type of people these are. We see the characters. These are clearly not charitable people. These are people who have huge egos and want to feel so cool driving their sick cars and flashing their cash and their sick watches. That's not the type of person who's really going to say, out of the kindness of my heart, I made a lot of money and I want to help you do it too. No, these are people who are trying to make more money. They're trying to get rich quick themselves, and they're doing it by preying on other people and telling them how they can get rich quick, and it's just a lie. It's not going to happen. Think about it. Why would you do that? If you could print money, which is essentially what they're saying they can do, right? They're saying they're so good at day trading, they can beat the market and they can teach you how to do it too, that they're basically just printing money for free. Why would they ever waste their time and energy making these movies, making these ads, and putting them on YouTube, making these websites to tell people how to do it? You would never do that. If you could print money, why on earth would you waste your time and energy doing that, right? Think about this. It's not that complex of an idea, but we get lost in our emotions, in our desperation, in our greed, in our sadness, whatever it is. It's the emotions that blind us from this very, very simple logic that people who can print money are not going to waste time trying to tell other people how they can print money and pay them to do it, right? This isn't someone saying, hey, I've made billions in my investments, I'm an old man, I want to pass on the wisdom to other people, because there is a lot of great information like that, but they are giving away the information. They're not selling it, right? You think of Ray Dalio, you think of Warren Buffett. These people are not, I'm sorry, I know it's Warren Buffett. I always call him Warren Buffett, and then I get insecure about my jokes, whatever. These people are not selling you a monthly subscription for their information. You can see their interviews. You can read what they have published. You can understand what they have to say and learn from them. And these are people who really have made millions and millions of dollars over their course of their career. They're not selling this information. They are passing it on because they do say, hey, these are good financial principles. You need to go out there and learn how to do this yourselves. People who are just young kids flashing money, trying to say how cool and rich they are, they're selling you that money. They're selling you that information. It's just not true. When you see these ads, they're gonna keep coming. They've been showing these ads for years. This is the tale as old as time. They're trying to say, hey, I have the recipe. I'm an alchemist. I can convert lead to gold. This has happened forever. Before the internet, before there was cell phones, before there was phones at all, people have always been trying to say, hey, here's how you can get rich quick. That's never going to change. It's never going to go away. But when we see these ads, just remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. And that's super old, it's super cliche, but it's super good advice. You just have to have that gut check. You have to instinctively say, hey, when I'm feeling these emotions, when I'm seeing these videos, when I want to enter my credit card information to give them $50 a month to teach me how I can make millions, you have to remember, hey, does this sound too good to be true? Just ask yourself that simple question. And if it sounds too good to be true, it is. That's just the reality. You're getting scammed. There are scam artists always out there, especially we see when times are desperate, when people, it's super sad, and I'm not trying to be super cynical, because I'm not saying the world is corrupt and everyone's just a liar and a scam artist, but for those that are out there, they do double down their efforts when times are hard for other people, because they know that's when they can succeed. They know, hey, when everyone's doing well, no one buys my crap. No one buys this get rich quick. But when people are desperate, when people lost their jobs, when people are having trouble making their payments, that's when I can prey on people. And I'm not saying everyone's like that, but those who are like that are going to double down their efforts, and they're going to start popping up, and we're going to see them a lot more often. They're going to increase their marketing budgets. They're going to increase the number of ads they have a day on YouTube. They're going to do everything they can to really try to make sure that they can capture as much of this market as possible, and they're just preying on people who cannot afford to be making these decisions and be throwing their money away in order to make millions when it's just not going to happen. Again, I just want to emphasize so many people who are really, really good at this. And I'm not talking about people who are on YouTube flashing their cash. I mean people who are real financials, they're professionals, they're professional investors, they manage hedge funds. These people try really, really hard, and they are brilliant, and they have PhDs on their teams, and they have supercomputers. They work so hard to try to get 15, 16, 18, 20% returns for the year. If you have a hedge fund manager who gets 20% returns 5 years in a row, they're just killing it. They're knocking it out of the park. They're destroying it. And they go so hard to do that. And if you really, really think that they could, instead of doing all that, that there would be a way out there to just make 20% in the morning on a quick trade, a quick return, if that was possible, they really would do that. They wouldn't waste their time, their energy, their efforts doing all the hard work that they do to get that 20% return. They would just do what these guys claim they could do. It would be done. It's just not reality. So I hope you can keep this in mind. I hope this is a fresh perspective. I don't want to be super negative or anything. I'm not trying to do that. There are great ways to get rich. There are a lot of people who do have a lot of charity. There are people who do make a lot of money, and they do want to take people under their wings, or they do want to distribute their knowledge and their wisdom to everyone, to the public. There's a lot of beautiful things out there. But those people who are on the internet, and just let me give you a hint, if they look like a total bro, if they look like they're trying to show you how rich they are, show you a sick house or a sweet vacation or a dope car or a bunch of just stacks of cash, they're not doing it. It's just not what's going to happen. So just remember that it's the reality. You know deep down that it's too good to be true. You know that, you just don't want to believe it. You want to push that knowledge aside. You want to ignore that little voice in your head that's saying, hey, this seems a little fishy. This seems a little scummy. I'm not sure I buy this. Listen to that voice. Don't fall prey to these scavengers, is what they are. They're just scavengers. Please, 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 just stay diligent. Know that if you want to get rich, it's gonna take work and it's gonna take time. And that's okay. That's not a bad thing. That's the reality we live in. You just have to stay grounded. You have to remember getting wealthy does take time, and it is a boring process, right? The sexier it sounds, the less true it is, because the real way to wealth is just not that cool. It's not that exciting. It's paying off your debt. It's getting good solid investments that get a good return over the long term, and diversifying your investments. It's not about being this super guru who can beat the herd, who can beat everyone else and go in there and make a bunch of money like a casino playing blackjack. It's just not reality. Thanks for tuning in today. Again, I don't want to be negative. I want this to be positive. There's lots of good ways to make money. You guys can do it. Just ignore the scavengers. Be safe. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.